Pray. Pray till your fucking face falls off. Do you not think the Jews who at Auschwitz didn't pray? Do you think the Jews that at Birkenbau didn't pray and pray and pray? Did their God come and save them? Their God. And these are people, supposedly the original people of God. Their prayers didn't do nothing.
Headley. And I'm Ryan Wolf.
Our greatest responsibility is to serve our Treasure Valley communities,
the El Paso, Las Cruces communities, Eastern Iowa communities,
Mid-Michigan communities.
We are extremely proud of the quality, balanced journalism that CBS 4 News produces.
But we are concerned about one-sided news stories
plaguing our country.
The sharing of biased and false news has become all too common on social media. More alarming, some media outlets publish these same fake stories without checking facts first.
The sharing of biased and false
news has become all too common on social media.
More alarming, some media outlets publish these same fake stories without checking facts first.
Unfortunately, some members of the media use their platforms to push their own personal bias and agenda to control exactly what people think. And this is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
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 This is
We must reject the perennial prophets of doom and their predictions of the apocalypse. These alarmists always demand the same thing: absolute power to dominate, transform, and control every aspect of our life.
Mr. Wu. Target is holding on 17. 3 mag, zooming.
Mr. Wu. You're welcome. I am from Hotel Hospitality and Evaluation. Oh, no tip. I'm fine, thank you. No tip. Hello. I just want to make sure that you folks have absolutely everything you need to be completely comfortable. I got something here. We got him.
Jones, get your asses up here to the 17th floor right now.
That's really important to us here.
Dean, I'd like to talk to you for a second if I could.
Shit. Door closed.
This is why the same vibration, this is the same vibration that the prophets of old was experiencing. This is why the Bible even says that there's nothing new under the sun. Why? Because whatever was will be again, man. And we can reference that in the scriptures, man. When Jezebel was hunting down the men of the Lord, the prophets, they were hiding in caves and in dens from the authorities, man. 1 Kings chapter 1, 1 Kings chapter 18, verse 4. It says, "For it was so, when Jezebel cut off the prophets of the Lord, that Obadiah took 100 prophets and hid them by 50 in a cave, and fed them with the bread and water." See that? So even in the house of your enemies, the Most High will have an agent of righteousness to support the prophets in that day of terror. This is what we coming into, man. False accusations, demonization, setups. And that was a Jezebel decree that was sent forth, right, to stop the men of the Lord. Why? Because the men of the Lord hold not their mouths nor their tongues. Signed and cried against abominations in Israel at that time in their fallen state, right? With a weak spirit of a man to be king like Ahab. Hey, who we got in president today, man? No spine, weak Edomite of a president today. Right? So that same vibration that Jezebel brought to the men of the Lord is coming back, entering into this world again. All right? Something to think about. Meditate on. You know?
What the hell do they want from me?
I don't know, but if you don't want to find out, I suggest you get out of there.
How?
I can guide you, but you must do exactly as I say.
Okay.
The cubicle across from you is empty.
What if they...
Go, now. Stay here for just a moment. When I tell you, go to the end of the row, to the office at the end of the hall. Stay as low as you can. Go now. Good. Now, outside, there is a scaffold.
How do you know all this?
We don't have time, Neo. To your left, there's a window. Go to it. Open it. You can use the scaffold to get to the roof.
No way. No way. This is crazy.
There are two ways out of this building. One is that scaffold, the other is in their custody. You take a chance either way. I leave it to you.
This is insane. Why's this happening to me? What did I do? Nobody. Nothing. I'm gonna die. I can't do this.
Those who kept the word of his patience, I will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which he shall try the whole world. Psalms 139:15, 119:11. Thy word I have hid in thy heart that I may not sin against you. As Neo was instructed by the words of Morpheus, so will the prophets be instructed by the word of Yahawah, Yahawashi. Hey, they might pull up on you in your workplace while you working. They might pull up on you while you with your kids. But don't be intimidated by what you see if you're moving in the spirit of Yahawah, Hashem, Yahawashi. In faith, we walk by faith and not by sight, man. So this the vibration that's coming. Demonization, humiliation. Hey, if Hamashiach did it, who was his servants? Is his servants better than his master? Absolutely not. If the master suffered persecution, what you think, the servants ain't gonna suffer too? We walk by faith and not by sight, man. Be not intimidated by suited up, suit and tie, serious face, FBI agents, CIA agents, police behind them, ready to do some damage. Be afraid of that, man. But be instructed by the word of Yahawah, Yahawashi in that day. Hey, man, it's where we at. Shalawam.
In March 4th of 1968, J. Edgar Hoover expanded COINTELPRO against black nationalist groups and other dissenting groups. In 1969, J. Edgar Hoover described the Black Panthers as the greatest threat to the internal security of this nation. By 1969, the Panthers and other allies had become the primary targets of COINTELPRO. The goals of the program were to prevent the unification of militant black nationalist groups and to weaken their leadership, as well as discredit to reduce their support and growth. The Internal Revenue Service would even support efforts to repress ideological organizations. The IRS established an activist organization committee in July of 1969 to collect basic intelligence gathering data on members of the Black Panther Party, organizations that did business with the Black Panther Party and other radical political organizations. The FBI supplied the IRS with names of individuals and organizations, and the IRS in turn supplied detailed personal financial information and also targeted these individuals with special enforcement of tax regulations. As FBI Director William Sullivan later testified, the Bureau did not differentiate between Soviet spies and suspected communists and the black nationalist movement when deploying surveillance and neutralizing tactics.